Hi friends. Today I am here to talk about my 2026 journal. So I've been dropping videos about my Bible journal, my reading journal, all the different journals. This year my creative journaling type journal or art journal, so be it, because I'm mushing them together this year. I'm using a magazine. Again, going with that theme, using up some of what I have. I had hit a Bella Grace, makes beautiful magazines of super high quality, and I hit their sale. So this magazine particularly, I have a rubber band here, ignore it for the moment. This is issue 14. I think it's from like 2 years ago. There should be a date. Yeah, this is 2024. This is a 2024 issue of this magazine. I think it comes out quarterly. But and the reason I picked it is it's a little differently sized. It's a little shorter and squatter than a typical magazine. So it feels, it's very thick. It feels very substantial. And I'm going to try it. It's an experiment. So the reason I have this rubber band here is because I've never made a journal out of a magazine before. I don't know if you've tried it. I know it was popular like 8 years ago or something. I've been watching a lot of videos on how they approach it because, you know, I want to make sure it's something that's going to last using the whole year. And one of the reasons I picked this particular magazine, first of all their magazines at Stampington Company, they're all amazing. They're not expensive, especially if you've hit a warehouse sale of back issues. Just go to their stampington.com website. They have so many different ones and they're beautiful. This is Bella Grace Field Guide to Everyday Magic. When you open it, this is the cover. My intention is I'm going to cover the spine and I'm going to cover parts of this cover, but I want to leave parts. So I'm going to do, I think, collaging is my plan. We'll see when we get to that. The paper's thick enough, I feel like it's going to hold up well. Not quite what an art journal would hold up to, but it's definitely thicker than normal magazine paper. And it's designed to be written in. So a lot of the pages are already, first of all, it has these beautiful matte images, which you could cover or you could write on or you could leave. I mean, I could just write right on this coffee cup. Excuse me if I'm journaling. You could add a pocket. I think that the weight of the paper will hold some pockets and stuff like that. I am not going to go through and glue 2 pieces of paper. This magazine is 144 pages, not including the covers. And if you divide that by 12, I get like 12 pages a month. I am not a daily journaler, and I don't know that I will use a whole page in a day, but I just like the idea of this, especially with this particular magazine. Like, you could do this with any of the Stampington magazines. They're beautiful, and they all have these list spaces, but that's pretty much all that's in here. And it's meant to, if you read their description, it's meant to be like thrown in your purse, so it's heavy duty. It's meant to be just jotted in as you're sitting and waiting in lines for stuff is kind of how they advertise it. But they have some prompts. They have some stuff to fill in. It's going to be a gorgeous book. There's a lot of different seasonal kinds of pictures. There's pictures I may, like, I'll probably cover that up because that doesn't interest me at all. And do my own kind of art. You know, I could gesso on this and then do my own painting. So I think that there's going to be a lot of different ways to use this. I do suspect I'm going to have to be careful with the gesso because although I'll put something down, it may soak through to this paper. I don't know if it's going to be sturdy enough to just stay on. Gesso's pretty thick though, and it doesn't absorb, so it might work because this paper, like I said, is not quite normal paper. Definitely thicker than magazine paper. Definitely thicker than copy paper. It's not cardstock, and it's not, almost, I'd say somewhere between like a lightweight cardstock, like a, maybe construction, but not quite so delicate, fragile. I think this is going to work. So you guys will see, and then you can decide for yourselves. But I love the variety of pictures in this particular one. There's like a rain, so it's going to really carry through seasons. Maybe not in order, but maybe I'll decide not to use it in order, because this looks kind of springy to me. I date all my entries anyway, so I may hop around. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I know the first starting point, and see it goes, I think it'll be okay. I think that I can just start at the front and work towards the back and see where I end up. Now, all these pages I'll probably cover up, you know, but that's still, like I said, 144 pages. That's enough. I mean, I am not a daily I'm looking forward to using this. I gotta say, I've never done this before. If you have, I would love to hear in the comments if you've done a magazine journal. I think this is a great starter. Maybe I'm making it harder by having such a good starter, because maybe I'll be like, oh, I don't want to cover that up. But I don't know. I feel like I can. I feel like if this doesn't apply to me, I can just easily cover it up and not worry about covering up a picture. We'll see. But my first step is I'm going to take, I have this duct tape that has fiber built into it, and I use it for the binding of all my junk journals, all my altered books, things like that. You'll notice that it's not quite going, I don't know if you can see that, to the edge. That's because thanks to my dogs who got a hold of it, there are teeth marks. But I'm still going to use what I can of it. It just makes it a little more narrow. That's okay too. So I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm going to, the reason I have that rubber band there, it's kind of hard to cut this really thick tape. I want to reinforce the spine because I can imagine that this is pretty delicate and the spine's going to crack and break, and then everything will start falling out, and you don't want that. So I used the rubber band. I found what I believe to be the center. It's kind of hard because the signatures are really tight in there, so it's hard to tell. I should say what I'm talking about. A lot of times you can tell here. You can find, can you see that? You can find the signature in here. I'm not sure I'm quite in the middle. In fact, it looks like I may not be exactly in the middle. It's okay. I'm going to use it here because I know I'm going to cover parts of this page up. I am going to, very gingerly, this is going to go awry because I'm doing it on camera. I am going to insert this tape here, and before I lay it down, I'm going to use the pointy. Normally I would use a bone thing for that, but I wanted that pointy edge to really get into that crack. And you can see the fiber in this tape just really gives it, oh, look what I did, dang it. The fiber really gives it some strength, which I love. So I've been using this on my journals for quite some time, and it works great. And I'm going to cut that off because the lip will bug me. Maybe not with those scissors. I think that's going to be important. Wow, of course this is happening while I'm filming this, but you know what? I'm going to let it go because we all run into this, right? So I'm going to shove it down in there. I'm going to lay this down so nothing else wrinkles up. And I know that I'm going to cover this, so I'm not going to get too upset about it. And I have my other scissors. These scissors are not in great shape. And of course my other scissors are in the other room. Oh, you know what? I have a pair of scissors here. And this is where I say having your stuff all in one place is handy, because I don't like having to pause and look for a tool. This is quite annoying to me, but that's okay. I gotta pull these scissors out and have my husband sharpen them because they're good scissors. They're nice scissors. They're Stampin' Up scissors, but they're older than dirt and they're covered in glue and whatnot. So I think they just need some love and care. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off the ends. Okay. Like this. And now my inside is reinforced. Now, I think I may just have to cover this with some stuff. Again, I'm going to go here and just kind of get that edge. Oh my gosh. A crafter who doesn't have scissors that are working. How annoying is that, right? And then, there we go. These are not the scissors I like to do this with. But my good Tim Holtz crafting scissors I keep stashed so nobody in the house can steal them. Does anybody else have that problem? People stealing your scissors? It's like, don't touch these ones, man. These are my Tim Holtz. I will break fingers. But I'm also going to get that a little bit. I was crafting in the other room last night, and I left them in there and didn't put my stuff away. Okay, so now I'm going to do the spine seam. You can already see where it's starting to crack because I've been kind of working the pages and trying to get it flat. Yeah, danger, Will Robinson. I want to get this reinforced before I do anything with it, because you know what would suck? Like, if I could probably get to the end. It would be really horrible if we got like really close to finishing and then your journal cracked. Wouldn't that be horrible? Like, yeah. So I'm in this stuff. And I will say part of the struggle is this tape. It's duct tape. It is clear, fiber-filled duct tape. It's not packing tape. It's called Scotch Tough Tape. I don't know if you can see inside there. Can I get it so you can see inside there? Scotch Tough Tape. I love it. It's great. It doesn't look particularly fun, but it makes your books really stand test of time and some wear and tear. So I use it on my spines and then I just cover it up. Never used it on a magazine spine because I've never done a magazine spine, but I just really want to be sure that everything is prepared well for the abuse I'm about to give it next year, right? Because this is going to be I want it to last the whole year, and I don't want to have to be, extra gentle. I want to do what a crafter does without worrying about your book falling apart. Okay, so that's step one. So I do got to get to work, so I'm going to stop here, guys. But before I could do anything else, I need to get this done. And I definitely wanted to share with you what I was doing, why I was doing it, so I wanted to film it. And so that's all done now. So now I feel like I can use this and fill it in. And see, it doesn't, even if I didn't cover it up, like really, unless you zoom in and look really carefully, it's not that bad. It's just a clear tape with a web in it. I love this stuff. I wish my dogs hadn't eaten it. I don't remember how much it costs, but I'm not going to throw it away just because it's a little bumpy on the side. When it gets to a point where I can't get a clean pull anymore. But I keep cleaning this off too. So I'm making it work because I want to use that up before I buy another one. You can hear me using those words a lot this year. Use it up as we share videos. So, look, guys, I'm going to go to work. That's my 15-minute warning. I really would love to hear in the comments about if you've done a magazine book where you didn't just pull the pages out. I mean, I've been, what do you call that, kind of culling magazines for, saving pages out of magazines for years and years and years. But I've never used a magazine as the base of my journal. It's flexible. I can do a rubber band on it. I have these are actually Happy Planner or Erin Condren belly bands. Right, that you get in the pack of, I think it was turquoise, pink, and black or something like that, or blue. And anyways, I could even hang a charm on that. I don't know. I think I might do also something like this that's more elasticy ribbon, you know, because I think that it might work better. It just depends what color I end up doing the cover in. And I don't know that I'll do the cover first. I'm a little nervous about, well, I'll probably put like some kind of fabric here. Everybody else I saw doing paper, maybe I'll put a piece of lace here and then just collage this, because I saw a lot of people just take a piece of paper and cover it. See how I say I'm going to work and I'm not. I see a lot of people just take a piece of paper, measure it, and cover this, right? And then cover this, and then cover this. But even that's pretty. Like, I don't feel a need to just cover it because the pictures are so pretty in here. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take you on this journey with me. You'll see me working in this if you follow me during 2026, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be fun, guys, because there's so much room and everything that's here is pretty. And if it's not pretty, we'll just cover it up and make it pretty. Okay. Also, in the comments, if you want to tell me what you're using for your 2026 journal, you know, slash art journal slash just, you know, writing journal, whatever. I don't think this would be good for memory keeping. I mean, I think I saw some videos where they did memory keeping and something like this. Maybe it's because I'm not a big memory keeper like that. Not like that. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.